Hey everybody, this is Sarah from Glitter Nails and welcome to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in, and if you guys enjoy this video throughout, please give a like and share your comments and thoughts, and please subscribe to this channel. In this video, I will be demonstrating a regular appointment with my client who's getting a fill on her natural nails. I haven't seen this client in a while. It's been about 3 months, and her nails still are intact, which I'm really surprised by that because it's been such a long time. But here we are. Now, I start every appointment by pushing back the cuticles. Cuticle work is very important. It's the most important part of your prep work because you want your acrylic or enhancement to last long, so then your client can feel the benefits of getting their nails done. Okay, so I push the cuticles back very gently. I know it doesn't look like I'm doing it gently here, but I am pushing gently just so we can make sure that we don't hurt our client. Now I'm going to go in with my favorite nail drill bit, which is the volcano bit. And I love this bit because it's tapered at the top, which allows me to hit really small corners and get into the grooves of the nail really well. You know, sometimes there's always that like ring line of gel polish that still can be stuck around the cuticle area. This drill bit helps get that off, okay? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But I usually go in with this nail drill bit just to take off the gel polish, file out any bulk, get rid of any old acrylic that was on the nail, so then we can introduce some new acrylic on top. Now I am using this e-file very gently, okay? I am only going to be filing the parts of the acrylic on the nail. I'm never filing the natural nail, so every time that I get rid of old acrylic on that nail, I'm going to not file over that part. I'm going to just file over parts that have the acrylic only. That is the key to having a healthy nail after e-filing. Also, you don't want to have your RPMs too high, or you can cause rings of fire. Okay, we don't want that. Now next I go in with my cuticle bit, and I use this smaller cuticle bit because I wanted to really get a good cleaning on my client. Again, like I said, she hasn't been to the salon in 3 months or so. So I want to make sure that I clean up all that buildup of cuticle and debris, and just make sure that, you know, my prep work is 100% excellent before we start doing the design and getting into that. Now, again, this drill bit is one of my favorites because it just tickles the client. It looks really scary because it's all small and pointy, but it really tickles the client. It exfoliates the skin that's around the cuticle area, so it helps further get any of that old cuticle off, and it allows you to just go deeper under that fold. And so when you have like a bleed of acrylic that may go up there, you won't have any lifting. This really helps with that. So if you are a person that struggles with lifting, I would recommend using this cuticle bit. This cuticle bit will literally pulverize any cuticle that is up there, okay? Just get up in there. All right, now that that's done, I always go in with my cuticle nippers. And you know what? A lot of people are really afraid of this too. They're really scared about using the cuticle nippers. I'm not really sure why. I think it's, again, the nail trauma from other shops. But the best advice I can tell any student or anybody to nail clipping is, my teacher told me to focus on the point of the cuticle clipper, and the point is doing the cutting. So therefore, the tip of the cuticle nipper is what you want to keep looking at and focusing on. And whenever you're ready to cut, make sure you're looking at the tip, okay? Don't look at the back of the blade because then you will cut someone. Always, again, focus on the tip. That will help you stay in line and have a clean cuticle look after this. So now the acrylic I usually use is acrylic Young Nails, excuse me. I usually use Young Nails, and this time I'm going to use Young Nails in Natural. And I'm just going to go ahead and probably do about 1 or 2 beads on each nail. She has really short, active length, I should say, nails. So this appointment really doesn't take me very long. But what I am focusing on is that cuticle area. And I want you guys to notice how I point the nail downwards as I place that cuticle bead on. Because it's very important, because once you place your first bead, that is the strongest bond that the acrylic will have on the natural nail. So you need to place it in a very good place. And then you let the bead bleed out, and then wait after about 3 seconds, and then you do your patting and pressing, okay? You do not want the acrylic to run to the cuticle area. So a lot of nail techs will have the nail kind of facing their face. I keep the nail hole down, okay? As you guys can see in this video, you get a cleaner look. And that is my secret, I guess, to long-lasting nails. My clients' retention is usually 3 to 4 months, just like this client in this video. And once I'm done all her acrylic, I'm going to go in with my filing system. I usually just start with the base of the nail. I give it a good shape. I go to the sidewalls, and then I do my, what I call a horseshoe file system, where I file from the side, hit the cuticle area, and come on down to the right side, okay? That way I know that the nail will be balanced and in shape and even on both sides, okay? Because we do not want any clunky, chunky nails, okay? So continue that filing system on each nail, you know, making sure it's nice and buffed out and clean. And then sometimes I just like to go in with my regular filing bit. And I usually go in with a medium grit, I believe in 280 or something like that. And I just like to go over the cuticle area just one more time, because I like a seamless cuticle area, because I hate to apply the polish near the cuticle area and it's like kind of a cliff around the cuticle area, because I didn't file really well and get that, you know, clean and seamless with the natural nail. So I like to, this is a personal thing, I like to do extra and go in with my cardboard file. Then I'm going to use my Tammy Taylor buff, which is one of my favorite buffers as well. And I use this buffer to just get the nail really smooth. This gets the nail smooth enough so where the gel polish can still stick, but you still have that smoothness, so you can get that nice beautiful shine from your gel polish. Now, my client requested a burgundy airbrush color. She only wanted 2 colors. She wanted burgundy and pink. So I created this beautiful color combo. And the first color I use is by Apres. And I'm using my airbrush system to use this burgundy color as my top first. And I will teach you guys how I airbrush, so you guys can learn how to flawlessly airbrush nails and get the results that you're looking for without having to use a sponge if you have a nail brush gun. So once that's done, I went in with the white airbrush paint, because I want the pink to be really bright. I want the pink to be very vibrant. So I put the white as a base. And the type of white airbrush paint that I'm using is, I believe this is by Airtex, and you can get this at nailabo.com. They have the best airbrush gel polishes like out there, okay? These are all gel polishes. These are not paints. These are not diluted gel polishes. These are actually airbrush paint gels that cure in a lamp and are pretty safe and non-toxic. So once I went in with the white, I'm gonna now go in with my pink color, and this color is also from Airtex, and I can't remember the number that this is, but as you can see, this gives a beautiful, beautiful rosy red pink tips. Just what my client was looking for, just what she was asking for. Now, how I keep my cuticle area clean when I'm airbrushing, as you can see, I use like a thin masking tape, and I like to go around the cuticle area underneath the nail, and then I tape it over the nail, as you can see there. And then any little corners that are open and left, I have some liquid latex that I use. Now, before using that, you do need to ask your client if they're allergic or not, but that is how I do that. Now I'm going to go in with my Young Nails top coat, and I believe this is called their ultimate top coat. It's a little thicker, but I love using this, especially when I'm going to use loose glitters, because it's thick enough to hold the loose glitter on the nail in place, and yet thin enough to be a nice top coat. And if you double charge this top coat, your polish will have an extra shine to it, as you can see here. All right, now I'm just gonna add some luxury to her nails because she is going out of town for a special occasion, and I'm going to use my sponsor given Swarovski crystals that I have, and I went in with a nice purple color just to match her vibe, and this is the end result. I absolutely love this look. It's very simple, it's very her. She always asks for a 2-color combo airbrush. Tell me what you guys think in the comments.